Hello everybody, how are you guys? High Flyers Tag Team back here with another video again today. On today's video, it's a bit of a mixture of news and discussion in one video. So, let's get started with it. We have a few things I want to talk about in this video. So, the first big thing, I've talked about it a bit on my page. I've been a bit more informed since this has started as to what is actually going on. So, the whole thing with movie theaters versus Universal, you guys might have heard about, but if you haven't, basically what's going on, which is my updated kind of news, Universal said publicly they intend on, now first, in case you don't know, they released Trolls 2 without giving much of a ahead of time warning, and that caused a lot of controversy. But the big one that's going on right now, on top of that already being kind of low, and the theaters already being mad at Universal, apparently they're kind of trying to break studio theater code, and they said that they plan on releasing movies in theaters same time they'll release them digitally. So with that being said, that's kind of apparently, I guess, kind of like ancient, like the tradition of theater and studio, and apparently this is not the first time this happened throughout history. And basically Universal and the theaters the theaters are threatening them. AMC is going to ban all of Universal's movies in North America, Europe, and the Middle East. And then Regal said they will as well if Universal doesn't back down, or if Universal does go through with this. So what does this all mean? Well, this basically means that if Universal goes through with this, that all their movies, that if they release them same time digitally as they do theatrically, or try to, AMC will not be playing their movies, Regal will not be playing their movies, and I'm sure plenty of other theaters will join it. Now, Universal has came out and kind of apparently said that they meant something else, but I don't even know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to tell right now. Only time will tell, but it's kind of hard to tell. With this, though, movies that will be affected include movies such as Candyman, Halloween Kills, which will open October up a lot, by the way, and even No Time to Die will be affected by this. Yes, I know there's a bit of an argument about that, but yes, No Time to Die will be affected as Universal is distributing it, so it will still be affected by this, and No Time to Die will probably lose a bit of its theater runs, and basically that won't take the IMAX screens away from GvK, but that's beyond the point. So, with that being said, there are also whispers in the wind. Apparently, No Time to Die is potentially getting delayed again. No confirmation yet. Gomorrah Island posts are kind of reported on it that there's like inside sources saying that No Time to Die may be delayed again due to the fact that they're still concerned about the coronavirus and they don't think November will work for the movie. So they're just going ahead and it sounds like they might delay it further. There's no confirmation if this is true, or if they're going to, or if it's just consideration. But there's a high potential that No Time to Die will leave its November slot, leaving GvK to fight Souls and Black Widow. So, and that is if those movies don't move as well for same reasons. So what's this mean for GvK? So here's the big thing. People might not know this, but as far as I know, most of the research on COVID points to the winter being the second wave. It's going to be pretty nasty. It's probably going to be worse than this one. And at that point, it's going to be basically everyone's for themselves. Last man standing. You know, there probably won't be a vaccine. And there's probably not going to be a lockdown. So you'll be able to go to the theaters. But basically at that point, it's every man for themselves. Now, I have heard, apparently Britain is claiming by late September they'll have a vaccine, but I have not read too many articles about that, and it's kind of hard to believe they will. It's not impossible, but it's kind of hard to believe they'll have one by late September. Most reports say at the earliest, early next year. I'm not for sure what month exactly that COVID's going to hit. I'm not for sure when the second wave is going to hit, but it's in winter. I would assume it would be towards November, December time, if that's the case, possibly October. With this all being said, I have kind of a strong feeling there's two, maybe three options they could do with GvK at this point. I think one, they should definitely look towards October releasing it. Now Venom is gone. Venom 2 is gone from October. So they could definitely squeeze Godzilla and Kong in Venom slot. But they'll have to face Halloween Kills. But Halloween Kills, again, is a Universal movie. And if Universal keeps what they're doing up, there's a good chance that Halloween Kills will barely be competition, maybe digitally competition or something, you know, like where make people want to stay home. But beyond that, Halloween Kills, you know, it's not going to take screens or anything from GvK. So GvK might have the month of October almost basically to itself. Spiral is now coming out, I believe, March of next year. That was confirmed. I don't think there's too many movies, big movies coming out in October anymore. October could be a good point to look. Now, again, other movies could be pushed to October, but I'm honestly not for sure what's going to happen. I think the movies that are in the summer are probably going to try to stay in the summer unless they see movies are doing bad. The reason I think they'll stay in the summer is because the summer will probably be the best time for these movies to come out. They'll probably be the most cool until the second wave happens. Depending on what all happens, you know, we don't know. We're not God. You know, we're not omnipresent or whatever. You know, we don't know anything about what's going to happen. So we'll see what the summer movies do. But the first option, I think, they should definitely consider moving GvK to October. It's a very open month now with very little competition. Now, you can't always run from competition, but Universal won't put any of their movies in October other than GvK would be the only one. A movie like Scoob is going straight to digital in a week or so. So there's definitely some movies that they're willing, and they still, Warner Brothers has said they apparently want Tenet and Wonder Woman to come out in the summer. They still intend on those movies coming out in the summer, we'll see what happens. So yeah, I think October is a pretty good option, but again, that just depends on if people are still afraid and what happens with the second wave. If it actually happens, the virus disappears, we don't know. With that, they can leave it in November, face Black Widow and Souls. Much less competition. Souls and Godzilla vs. Kong will basically take care of the Thanksgiving break weekend. They'll have that boost the whole weekend to themselves, basically, which is very good for them to have. And they won't have No Time to Die to take the IMAX screens from Godzilla vs. Kong. So basically, Godzilla vs. Kong could have a really good run. That is, if things go well, people are going out, and the second wave hasn't hit yet, but it definitely is very possibly could be by then. I think the third option, just delay it. Just delay it inevitably. You know, I feel like that's probably what's going to happen, sadly, but I would say just delay it. Other than that, I don't know what else they could do. I think putting it in October, start marketing it now, and then whatever happens, happens. You know, whenever it comes to that time, either they can A, say screw it, delay it again, and just spend more money, or B, just say they give up and then just release it digitally, put a big price stamp on it, $30 or something to buy, and then just do something to give it money, and then put it out there. If it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, if movies are doing that, you know, at that point, you know, if you put it out in a month digitally alone, a big blockbuster that no other new movies are coming out digitally, and people aren't going to theaters, well, then it might be able to perform decently. Although I don't think it would do anything like 2014 numbers. I think even with home release, there could be a potential it could perform better than King of the Monsters. But I feel like that's even kind of low. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think should happen? What do you guys think about all this? Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Please turn on that bell notification, get notification for all future uploads. Again, share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really interested in what you guys have to say. Hope you enjoy this video. As always, please share, subscribe. Thank you, and have a good day. Peace.